Good Thursday morning, everyone. Here with the latest on Hurricane Laura continuing to weaken as we now get hourly updates from the National Hurricane Center. Winds right now are sustained at 100, still gusting upwards of 150, moving very quickly, which is the best news with this system, besides the fact that it's rapidly weakening now that it's over land. It is not moving slowly by any means, moving north at 15 miles per hour. If storms start to stall, that's when you have to add the even greater flooding threat. Thankfully, not the situation with Hurricane Laura that made landfall near Cameron, Louisiana. That's southwest Louisiana very early this morning, around 2 o'clock in the morning our time, 1 o'clock in the morning local time, as a major Category 4 hurricane with winds sustained, that constant wind of 150 miles per hour. Now it is continuing again to make its way north through the state. Very large system covering most of the state of Louisiana. Not over yet along the coast as these convective outer rain bands move onshore, and that will continue for the next several hours. So flooding will be a huge concern along the coast of Louisiana on top of the rainfall they've already gotten over the last 24 hours, anywhere between 4 to 6 inches of rain. And this really has happened just in the past few hours, so maybe the last 5 or 6 hours or so. So flash flooding is a huge concern, and there already are flash flood warnings in effect across much of the state. Here's a look at your current sustained winds and wind gusts. So the eye getting very close to Fort Polk, Louisiana, gusting at 47 earlier this morning, gusting as high as 70. Lake Charles, we haven't gotten data out of there since very early this morning, towards 5 o'clock in the morning. However, Lake Charles had gusts over 130, sustained winds at 90 early this morning as the center of this storm really went right through Lake Charles. So it had to go through the northern side of the eye, and then it went through the eye wall where things are very calm, or the eye of the storm, and then it went through the south side of the eye wall. So it kind of got a 1-2 punch as the eye of the storm went just about right over Lake Charles. It will maintain hurricane status through the state of Louisiana, potentially into Arkansas, and then it will weaken by the overnight hours into a tropical storm, and it will continue to weaken into a tropical depression by tomorrow afternoon, where it will go through parts of the Midwest into Virginia, off into the Northeast, and then back out over the Atlantic, where it is forecast to re-strengthen. When it comes to tropical storm force conditions, now that the storm is continuing to maintain that hurricane status and then tropical storm status through Arkansas, it is looking like places as far as Little Rock will more than likely see some sort of tropical storm force impacts from this major hurricane. Well, now a Category 2 hurricane, not a major storm anymore, but made landfall as one. Flooding, of course, will be one of the main threats. Anywhere between 3 to 8 inches of rain possible, even outside of Louisiana into Arkansas. 2 to 5 inches of rain possible up towards Tennessee. For us here at home, we're looking maybe 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. We are not going to have any impacts from this storm. Our threat will be more so a cold front that follows this system that could bring us a severe threat as we head into Saturday afternoon. So, of course, we will continue to keep you updated on the tropics as we head through hurricane season and as Laura continues to make its way through Louisiana and then eventually into Arkansas. We'll have you updated on 13WMAZ.com and on air.